Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the extraordinary life of one of Hollywood's most prolific and complex stars, Mickey Rooney. With a career spanning over 9 decades, more than 300 films, and a personal life filled with as much drama as any blockbuster, Rooney's story is one of triumph, scandal, and heartbreak. Stay tuned as we unravel Rooney's life and career were as captivating as chaotic. Rooney rose to fame playing wholesome boy-next-door characters, but his cherubic appearance concealed a darker side that few suspected, a complexity we'll explore later. Interestingly, Mickey Rooney wasn't even his real name. Born Joseph Ewell Jr. in 1920, his journey to becoming the Hollywood icon began with a series of name changes, including Sonny Ewell, Mickey McGuire, and Mickey Looney, before finally landing on the name that made him famous. Standing at just 5 feet 2 inches tall, Rooney was often noted for his short stature and baby-faced appearance, which persisted well into his 30s. However, these physical traits did little to hinder his career. Rooney still managed to dominate Hollywood, figuratively towering over his contemporaries with his box office success. From 1939 to 1941, Mickey Rooney was Hollywood's undisputed box office champion, captivating audiences with his charm and talent. Even the legendary Laurence Olivier, often considered one of the greatest actors in history, reportedly referred to Rooney as the greatest actor of them all, with the playful caveat that he himself might be the exception, as noted in his autobiography Life is Too Short. This high praise underscores Rooney's incredible versatility and appeal during Hollywood's golden age. Rooney's career was also punctuated by bold anecdotes, some more myth than reality. In his memoir, Rooney claimed that Walt Disney named Mickey Mouse after him, citing the shared name and timing of his rise to fame. While the similarities are intriguing, this story was ultimately debunked, but it highlights Rooney's knack for storytelling and his deep connection to pop culture. His path to stardom was anything but ordinary, marked by a combination of innate talent, family influence, and sheer resilience. One of his earliest acclaimed roles was as the mischievous Puck in the 1935 film adaptation of A Midsummer Night's Dream. The production was not without its challenges. Rooney literally broke his leg during filming, ironically embodying the theatrical phrase, "break a leg." Despite this setback, the role brought him critical recognition, though a stand-in was used for some scenes. This moment underscored his determination even as a young actor to make his mark in Hollywood. Besides, during the filming of Boys Town in 1938, Mickey Rooney's comedic timing extended beyond his on-screen performance to the set itself. Known for his playful antics, Rooney once convinced his co-star Spencer Tracy to participate in an impromptu skit for the crew, mimicking a dramatic scene from the film in a hilariously exaggerated manner. The crew reportedly burst into laughter, and Tracy, known for his serious demeanor, jokingly quipped, "Mickey, you might just be the death of me on this set." These light-hearted moments not only showcased Rooney's natural charisma, but also boosted morale during demanding production schedules. Stories like this further highlight the magnetic charm that made Rooney beloved by both audiences and colleagues. Entertainment seemed to run in Rooney's veins. Born to parents deeply entrenched in entertainment, his mother was a burlesque performer and his father a vaudeville entertainer, he was introduced to the stage at an exceptionally young age. At just 17 months old, Rooney performed in his parents' production of A Gay Girl. This early exposure instilled in him a lifelong passion for performing, and it wasn't long before he began carving out a path of his own in Hollywood. After moving to California with his mother, Rooney quickly caught the attention of casting directors, landing the titular role in the Mickey Maguire series. This role, which spanned several films, was pivotal in shaping his early career. Interestingly, the part required a dark-haired child, but Rooney's natural blonde locks posed a problem. Undeterred by the challenge, his mother resourcefully used burnt cork to darken his hair, ensuring he could secure the role. This resourcefulness and adaptability became defining traits of both his upbringing and his career. Through a blend of raw talent, relentless determination, and his family's support, Mickey Rooney began building the foundation of a career that would make him one of the most enduring icons in Hollywood history. These early years not only showcased his versatility, but also set the stage for a journey that would redefine stardom in the golden age of cinema. Mickey Rooney's big break came with his portrayal of Andy Hardy in a series of successful films produced by Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, beginning with A Family Affair in 1937. The role of Andy Hardy, a lovable, energetic, and often mischievous teenager, resonated deeply with audiences across America. His small stature and boyish face, which might have been limitations for other actors, became iconic trademarks that perfectly fit the character's wholesome charm. These physical attributes, coupled with Rooney's undeniable charisma, turned him into a household name almost overnight. The Andy Hardy series, consisting of 16 films, became a cultural phenomenon. The films presented an idealized version of American life during the Great Depression and World War II, offering audiences a comforting escape from the harsh realities of the time. Rooney's portrayal of Andy Hardy was not just entertaining, but also aspirational, embodying the optimism and resilience that many Americans needed. Fans flocked to theaters in droves, and the character became so popular that Rooney was often referred to as America's boy next door. Media coverage of Rooney during this era was overwhelmingly positive. Critics praised his ability to bring depth to a character that could have easily been one-dimensional. Headlines lauded his comedic timing, heartfelt performances, and boundless energy. One critic wrote, "Rooney doesn't just play Andy Hardy. He is Andy Hardy, full of life, humor, and sincerity." Fan magazines frequently featured Rooney on their covers, solidifying his status as one of Hollywood's most bankable stars. Fans were equally enamored. Letters flooded MGM's office, with admirers expressing their adoration for Rooney and his portrayal of Andy. Many young boys saw him as a role model, while young girls adored his charm. Public appearances by Rooney drew massive crowds, with fans clamoring for autographs and a chance to see the actor who had become synonymous with American youth. The financial success of the Andy Hardy series further cemented Rooney's importance to MGM. At the height of the franchise's popularity, the films consistently topped box office charts, with some even outperforming larger, more ambitious productions. Studio executives recognized his value, branding him as one of their most prized stars and ensuring he had a steady stream of leading roles beyond the Hardy series. Through Andy Hardy, Mickey Rooney captured the hearts of millions and left an indelible mark on Hollywood. Mickey Rooney's influence extended far beyond his performances on screen. His portrayal of relatable, energetic characters resonated with audiences, making him a cultural touchstone during Hollywood's golden age. Rooney's ability to embody the boy-next-door archetype not only defined his career but also shaped American cinema. Many subsequent actors and filmmakers drew inspiration from his work, with his signature charm and versatility serving as a blueprint for countless roles in coming-of-age stories. Additionally, his performances in musicals alongside Judy Garland helped redefine the genre, blending heartfelt storytelling with youthful exuberance. Rooney's impact wasn't confined to cinema. His iconic status as a beloved Hollywood star made him a frequent reference in popular media, from cartoons to comedy sketches, further cementing his place in cultural history. Mickey Rooney had an extraordinary ability to convincingly portray the quintessential all-American teenager, even as he entered his 20s. His boundless energy, mischievous charm, and quick wit resonated deeply with audiences, making his performances feel authentic. However, given his own high-spirited, girl-crazy personality, one might wonder how much of it was acting and how much was simply Rooney being himself. This alignment of his real-life persona with his on-screen roles only deepened his connection with fans, solidifying his status as one of Hollywood's most beloved stars. Beyond his dominance at the box office, Rooney's personal life became just as captivating as his professional one, particularly his romantic escapades. With a staggering 8 marriages, he far outpaced most of his contemporaries, earning a reputation as a hopeless romantic, or, as some might say, a serial lover. These relationships, often dramatic and short-lived, seem to epitomize the glamorous yet tumultuous stereotype of Hollywood romances. Rooney's romantic adventures began early. At just 18, while filming Marie Antoinette in 1938, he became involved with his co-star, Norma Shearer, a twice-his-age widow and one of MGM's most revered actresses. Their highly publicized affair sparked scandal and caught the attention of MGM studio head Louis B. Mayer. Known for his iron grip over his star's public images, Mayer confronted Rooney in a fiery meeting. Grabbing the young actor by his lapels, Mayer delivered a now-famous reprimand. "I don't care what you do in private. Just don't do it in public. In public, behave. Your fans expect it. You're Andy Hardy. You are the United States. You are the Stars and Stripes. Behave yourself. You're a symbol." The stern warning was as much a reflection of Rooney's wild spirit as it was a testament to his cultural significance during Hollywood's golden age. Despite Mayer's advice, Rooney continued to live unapologetically, embracing his fame and the attention that came with it. One of Mickey Rooney's most enduring professional relationships was with Judy Garland, his frequent co-star and close friend. Together, they became one of Hollywood's most beloved on-screen duos, starring in a series of successful musicals, including Babes in Arms and Babes on Broadway. Their chemistry was palpable, blending youthful energy with genuine emotion that captivated audiences worldwide. Judy and I were so close we could have come from the same womb. We weren't like brother and sister, but there was no love affair. There was more than a love affair, Rooney once remarked, illustrating the profound connection they shared. Behind the scenes, their bond was just as strong. Garland once described Rooney as her rock during challenging times in her career, and Rooney often referred to Garland as his soul sister. The pair supported each other through personal struggles and professional pressures, creating a partnership that not only defined an era, but also stood as a testament to the power of collaboration in Hollywood's golden age. However, not every rumor surrounding Rooney's personal life was unfounded. Known for his irresistible charm and fiery passion, he pursued love with an intensity that often overshadowed his career. Yet, when he wasn't stealing hearts or captivating audiences on the silver screen, Rooney demonstrated his patriotism by entertaining troops during the World War II. His efforts to bring joy to soldiers in combat zones earned him immense respect and further cemented his legacy as a multifaceted Hollywood icon. Mickey Rooney's life, both on and off the screen, was a kaleidoscope of talent, ambition, and complexity. His ability to balance fame, artistry, and personal turmoil, though imperfect, left an indelible mark on Hollywood and ensured his place in entertainment history as one of its most fascinating figures. In 1944, Mickey Rooney brought his talents to the front lines of World War II, serving in the U.S. Army for over 21 months. His role involved entertaining troops in active combat zones, a testament to his dedication to boosting morale during perilous times. Ironically, his love life seemed even more chaotic and dangerous than the war zones he visited. Mickey Rooney's first marriage was to none other than the stunning Ava Gardner, a name that would later become synonymous with Hollywood royalty. However, at the time of their whirlwind romance, Gardner was still an aspiring starlet finding her footing in the entertainment industry. Rooney, already a massive star at the age of 21, fell head over heels for the 19-year-old beauty. Their union quickly became the talk of Tinseltown, with fans and tabloids alike fixated on the glamorous young couple. Their wedding was a spectacle, drawing widespread media attention. Rooney's larger-than-life personality paired with Gardner's striking looks made them the quintessential Hollywood couple of the era. Fans swooned over their love story, while reporters followed their every move. Behind the scenes, though, the pressures of fame and their differing personalities began to take a toll almost as soon as the honeymoon was over. The marriage, like many in Hollywood, was marked by drama and intensity. Rooney, known for his playful, high-energy demeanor, clashed with Gardner's quieter, more introspective nature. While the public adored them as a couple, their relationship was anything but harmonious. Rooney's relentless work schedule and penchant for partying didn't align with Gardner's desire for stability and a more private life. Things came to a head within a year. Gardner, disillusioned by the relationship and reportedly fed up with Rooney's flirtatious behavior, filed for divorce. The breakup sent shockwaves through Hollywood, with fans heartbroken over the split. It was a bittersweet end to what had seemed like a fairy tale romance, but it was only the beginning of Gardner's rise to stardom and of Rooney's roller coaster love life. While their marriage was short-lived, it left an indelible mark on Hollywood history. For Rooney, it was the first of 8 marriages, each bringing its own share of highs and lows. For Gardner, it was a stepping stone to becoming one of the most iconic actresses of all time. Their brief union remains a fascinating chapter in the lives of 2 of Hollywood's most enduring legends, showcasing the glamour and heartbreak that often go hand in hand in the world of fame. Despite being one of Hollywood's most celebrated icons, Mickey Rooney's journey with the Academy Awards tells a bittersweet story. Over the course of his extraordinary 9-decade career, Rooney earned 4 Academy Award nominations for his performances. Yet, despite his undeniable talent and widespread acclaim, the coveted golden statuette always eluded him. This lack of a competitive Oscar win became a notable asterisk in an otherwise illustrious career. Rooney's only Oscars were honorary ones, each marking significant milestones in his life, but also highlighting the industry's failure to fully acknowledge his achievements. The first came in 1939 when he received the Juvenile Award, a special Oscar presented to child actors for their outstanding contributions to cinema. At just 19 years old, Rooney was already a box office titan thanks to his unforgettable roles in the Andy Hardy series and films like Boys Town. The award recognized his youthful charm and ability to captivate audiences, but as his career matured, Rooney craved recognition for his depth as an actor. Decades later, in 1983, Rooney was honored again, this time with an honorary Oscar celebrating his 50 years of versatility in a variety of memorable film performances. The award acknowledged the breadth of his work, from heartfelt dramas to comedic masterpieces, but it also underscored a lingering question. Why hadn't one of Hollywood's most prolific actors ever won a competitive Oscar? For many, this oversight felt unjust. Rooney's performances, especially in films like The Human Comedy, 1943, and The Black Stallion, 1979, demonstrated a depth and emotional range that few actors of his era could match. Critics often praised his ability to make audiences laugh, cry, and feel deeply connected to his characters. Yet, during award season, his name often came up short, overshadowed by contemporaries, or simply overlooked in favor of more dramatic or prestigious projects. The lack of a competitive Oscar win didn't go unnoticed by fans or the media. Many questioned whether his reputation as a larger-than-life personality, often making headlines for his off-screen escapades, overshadowed his artistry. Others speculated that his association with lighter, commercially driven films, like the Andy Hardy series, made it harder for the industry to take him seriously as a dramatic actor. Still, Rooney's impact on Hollywood cannot be measured solely by awards. He left behind a legacy of performances that transcended accolades, touching the hearts of millions around the world. His ability to seamlessly shift between comedy and drama, his dedication to his craft, and his resilience through decades of changing industry trends cemented his status as a legend. In the end, the honorary Oscars Rooney receives serve as both recognition of his immense contributions and a reminder of the complex relationship between talent, legacy, and the elusive pursuit of awards. For Rooney, the true measure of his success wasn't in statues, but in the enduring love and admiration of his audience. As he once famously said, "You always pass failure on your way to success," a sentiment that perfectly encapsulates his extraordinary life and career. Mickey Rooney's second marriage to Betty Jane Phillips in 1944 was a whirlwind of glamour, drama, and scandal that seemed to epitomize the tumultuous nature of Hollywood relationships. Phillips, a recent Miss Alabama pageant winner and a rising star in the music industry, later known as B.J. Baker, was a stunning and talented woman. The couple's union initially captivated fans and media alike, with their relationship painted as a picture-perfect match. However, behind the glittering facade, trouble brewed. For almost 5 years, Rooney and Phillips built a life together, welcoming 2 children along the way. Yet, the marriage was far from stable. Rooney's well-documented penchant for impulsivity and infidelity proved to be their undoing. The breaking point came during Phillips's pregnancy with their second child. She discovered Rooney's betrayal in the most shocking way, on the set of National Velvet. Rooney, then one of Hollywood's biggest stars, had grown close to a very young Elizabeth Taylor, who was just 14 at the time. Phillips reportedly walked in on a compromising scene between the two, a discovery that sent shockwaves through their already fragile marriage. The media frenzy that followed was relentless. Tabloids reveled in the scandal, and fans were left stunned by Rooney's actions. Phillips, humiliated and heartbroken, wasted no time in severing ties. Just 8 days after their divorce was finalized, she remarried, this time to Buddy Baker, a notable composer and arranger. For many, her swift move was seen as a bold declaration of independence and resilience, a stark contrast to Rooney's chaotic personal life. Rooney, seemingly undeterred by the fallout, quickly moved on to his third wife, actress Martha Vickers, in 1949. The marriage, however, was as short-lived as it was tumultuous. Vickers, who shared a son with Rooney, found his heavy drinking habits intolerable. Their relationship crumbled under the weight of Rooney's struggles with alcohol, and she ultimately chose to walk away. Hoping to find stability, Rooney entered his fourth marriage with model and actress Elaine Devery. Their romance began in true Hollywood fashion. Devery, then working as a waitress while perfecting her golf swing at a Hollywood range, caught Rooney's eye. Smitten, he pursued her with his signature charm. Yet, Devry's past brought its own share of drama. She had previously been married to a man with mob connections, whose debts to the mafia soon became a problem for Rooney. At one point, her ex even approached Rooney for a loan to settle his dangerous financial troubles. Rooney, recognizing the potential risks, wisely declined, but the situation added another layer of complexity to their already challenging relationship. These successive marriages painted a portrait of a man deeply passionate, but equally prone to impulsivity and self-sabotage. For the media and fans, each new chapter in Rooney's love life became a headline-grabbing saga, further cementing his reputation as one of Hollywood's most unpredictable and fascinating stars. Despite the personal turmoil, Rooney's career continued to thrive, demonstrating an uncanny ability to balance his chaotic private life with his enduring presence on the silver screen. By this time, Rooney's career had begun to falter. Returning from World War II, he found himself in a difficult position. He was too old to play teenagers and too short to be cast as a traditional leading man. His contract with MGM dropped his earnings to $25,000 per film, a significant decline from the $100,000 he had previously commanded. This marked the beginning of lifelong financial struggles for the actor. Despite earning millions during his career, Rooney declared bankruptcy twice and passed away in 2014 with just $18,000 to his name, along with a drawer full of IOUs to the IRS. Mickey Rooney's financial struggles were as much a part of his story as his celebrated career. Despite earning millions during his time as Hollywood's top star, Rooney faced chronic financial instability throughout his life. His penchant for lavish spending, combined with costly divorces and a series of poor investments, left him in dire financial straits more than once. By the 1960s, he was forced to declare bankruptcy, a shocking turn of events for someone who had once been one of the highest-paid actors in the world. Yet even in these challenging moments, Rooney's creativity never waned. He reinvented himself by performing in live theater, television, and smaller film roles, proving his resilience and dedication to his craft. His ability to adapt to the ever-changing entertainment industry ensured he remained a relevant and respected figure despite personal setbacks. Yet even as his finances crumbled, Rooney's charm and zest for life never wavered. His ability to captivate audiences and those around him stemmed from an irrepressible optimism and a knack for turning even dire situations into moments of levity. His life, filled with ups and downs, was a testament to his resilience and magnetic personality. Mickey Rooney's persistence was unmatched. He charmed Elaine Devry not only with grandiose claims about his wealth, but also with relentless determination. He proposed to her on every single date they had, totaling an astonishing 30 proposals. Eventually, Devry gave in, saying yes, and soon after, "I do." In true Hollywood fashion, Rooney wasted no time. He chartered a private plane to Las Vegas the very night she accepted his proposal, and they were married the next day. While the whirlwind nature of their union might have spelled trouble, their marriage lasted longer than one might expect, 6 years from 1952 to 1958. It became Rooney's longest marriage at the time. However, trouble wasn't far behind. Devry took on the daunting task of sorting out Rooney's chaotic finances, only to see him gamble his way back into debt. Eventually, the strain became too much. Devry fell in love with someone else, and, unsurprisingly, so did Rooney. Rooney's fifth marriage turned out to be his most disastrous. It had all the elements of a Hollywood drama, including an unexpected and tragic twist. While still married to Devry, Rooney began openly dating Barbara Ann Thomason, a multiple beauty pageant winner. His lack of discretion about the affair only added fuel to an already volatile situation. setting the stage for what would become one of the most shocking chapters of his life. Mickey Rooney's affair with Barbara Ann Thomason was as extravagant as it was scandalous. He bought her a $4,500 fur coat, sparking outrage from his wife, Elaine Devery. To placate Devery, Rooney upped the ante, purchasing an even more expensive fur coat for her. However, jealousy wasn't limited to his wife. Thomason grew increasingly unsettled by Rooney's refusal to leave his marriage. Her solution to Rooney's marital woes was far from conventional. Rather than suggesting therapy or counseling, she proposed a dramatic Shakespearean twist, urging Rooney to divorce Devery and marry her instead. When Rooney resisted divorcing his wife, Thomason's behavior took a dark turn. In one infamous incident that captured national attention, friends discovered her floating, allegedly unclothed, in the pool of a house Rooney had rented for her. Fortunately, they rescued her in time, but the episode only added to the chaos surrounding Rooney's life. Meanwhile, his marriage to Devery continued to unravel under the weight of his financial problems and the ongoing affair, compounded by Devery's own connections to the mob. Eventually, Rooney gave in to Thomason's relentless demands. He traveled to Mexico to finalize his divorce from Devery, motivated by Thomason's pregnancy. However, the separation came at a steep price. Devery initially demanded over $20,000 per month in alimony, and while the two ultimately reached a settlement, sources suggest Rooney ended up owing the equivalent of $3.5 million in today's dollars. Reflecting on their marriage, Devery once quipped, "Living with Mickey is no bed of roses. 6 wives can't all be wrong." With his divorce from Devery complete, Rooney married Thomason in 1958, officially making her his 5th wife. The union began under the shadow of financial strain, scandal, and public scrutiny, setting the stage for yet another tumultuous chapter in Rooney's legendary life. Mickey Rooney's 5th marriage to Barbara Ann Thomason lasted 8 years and ended in tragedy, but not without its fair share of drama. 5 years into their union, Rooney slipped back into his old habits, or more accurately, never left them. After a trip to Yugoslavia, Thomason discovered that Rooney had been unfaithful with a stripper, but rather than reacting with anger or jealousy, she decided to exact her revenge in true Shakespearean fashion, taking a page from Lady Macbeth's playbook. Determined to level the playing field, Thomason embarked on an affair of her own. A mutual acquaintance had introduced Rooney to Yugoslavian actor Milos Milosevic, who soon became Thomason's lover. While Rooney was away filming, Thomason and Milosevic moved in together, signaling the imminent collapse of Rooney's 5th marriage. Despite the betrayal on both sides, Rooney and Thomason briefly considered reconciliation, motivated by their shared responsibility for their 4 children, even though those children were now living with their mother's lover. However, Milosevic had no intention of stepping aside. Consumed by jealousy, he turned the already dramatic relationship into a devastating tragedy. While Rooney was filming in the Philippines, Milosevic, driven by possessiveness, murdered Thomason before taking his own life. In a chilling twist, the weapon used in this tragic act was something Rooney himself owned, adding another layer of sorrow to the heart-wrenching story. Mickey Rooney wasn't the only one profoundly affected by the tragic end of Barbara Ann Thomason's life. His soon-to-be 6th wife, Marge Lane, was also grieving. Lane had been best friends with Thomason and had witnessed the tumultuous love story between Rooney and Thomason up close. In fact, Lane had dined with Thomason on the very night of the devastating incident involving Milos Milosevic. You'd think such proximity to the chaos of Rooney's 5th marriage would have made Lane steer clear of him, but grief has a way of pulling people together. In the aftermath of their shared tragedy, Lane and Rooney grew exceptionally close, so much so that they decided to marry later that same year. However, their union was short-lived, lasting only 100 days. It seemed the ink on their marriage certificate barely had time to dry before the relationship dissolved. Even Rooney himself struggled to keep track of his many marriages. When asked about his marital history, he once mentioned Lane, his sixth wife, and casually added, "I think that was her name anyway." Thankfully, Rooney's seventh marriage in 1969 was far less chaotic than the previous six. He tied the knot with Carolyn Hockett, a secretary, signaling a break from the high drama that had characterized much of his romantic life up to that point. Mickey Rooney's seventh marriage to Carolyn Hockett followed the familiar pattern of a quick Las Vegas wedding. While it lacked the outright tragedy of some of his previous unions, it wasn't without drama. By this point, Rooney seemed to have identified one key to marital longevity: marrying younger women. Hockett was 23 years his junior when they wed in 1969. Rooney was 48 and she was 25. However, even this age gap couldn't guarantee happiness. By 1975, Hockett had filed for divorce, citing financial instability, a recurring issue in Rooney's life. Rooney's eighth marriage would prove to be his last and his longest. He married Jan Chamberlain, and their union lasted a staggering 36 years, longer than all his previous marriages combined. However, longevity didn't equate to happiness, as this relationship was also fraught with challenges. Over the years, their marriage faced its share of turmoil. In one particularly notable incident in 1997, Chamberlain called the police and accused Rooney of battery. Although he was taken into custody, no charges were filed due to insufficient evidence. Unfortunately, allegations of abuse would become a recurring theme in their relationship, casting a shadow over their decades together. In Mickey Rooney's eighth marriage, Jan Chamberlain wasn't the only one making accusations. Rooney himself alleged mistreatment, claiming that Chamberlain's son from a previous marriage, Christopher Aber, and his wife Christina had taken advantage of him. Rooney accused the couple of verbal and physical abuse, as well as meddling with his finances, whatever little remained after years of financial instability. Given Rooney's lifelong money troubles, it's remarkable there was anything left to take, but the Abers reportedly managed to exploit him further, admitting to misappropriating approximately $2 million. Despite these hardships, Rooney's acting career remained a testament to his tenacity. By the end of his life, the legendary actor had amassed an astounding 342 acting credits, spanning from 1926 to 2017, a record few, if any, could rival. While his financial struggles overshadowed much of his later years, his prolific career left an indelible mark on Hollywood. Reflecting on the start of his dramatic life, Rooney's first marriage to Ava Gardner was far from ideal, and set the tone for the tumultuous relationships that followed. Just a week after their wedding, Gardner faced a harrowing ordeal, being hospitalized for appendicitis, an unexpected and brutal beginning to their short-lived union. After 3 weeks in the hospital, Ava Gardner finally returned home to the apartment she shared with Mickey Rooney, only to discover evidence that he had been unfaithful while she was recovering. The betrayal occurred in their own home, prompting Gardner to file for divorce shortly after. If you think strained family dynamics are challenging, the Rooney-Chamberlain household might give you a new perspective. Following the theft and abuse accusations against Christopher and Christina Aber, Rooney filed a restraining order against them. This created a permanent rift within the family, making any potential holiday gatherings highly uncomfortable. While Chamberlain may have been hurt by her husband's estrangement from her son, she wasn't alone. Rooney also kept his own children at a distance. In a controversial decision, he disinherited his 8 surviving children and barred them from visiting him in his final years. Mickey Rooney's life was a complex tale of triumph, tragedy, and resilience. And even in his final years, his story continued to captivate and heartbreak. Despite maintaining a small circle of loyal friends, Rooney faced profound challenges, including fractured family relationships and devastating financial struggles. His remarkable career, which spanned over 9 decades, left behind unforgettable classics such as Babes in Arms and The Black Stallion. Yet, his personal life often stood in stark contrast to his professional success. Rooney's financial troubles plagued him throughout his later years. Despite earning millions, including an astonishing $65,000 a week from the Broadway hit Sugar Babies, his fortune was repeatedly lost to gambling, poor financial decisions, and mounting debts. By the 1990s, he had declared bankruptcy twice, and in 2005, he described himself as broke. When he passed away in 2014 at the age of 93, his personal property was valued at just $18,000. Tragically, he lacked the funds to cover his funeral expenses. In a rare act of solidarity, major Hollywood studios stepped in to ensure a fitting tribute, honoring a man who had contributed so much to the entertainment industry. In his memoir, Life is Too Short, Rooney reflected on his journey with characteristic humor and self-deprecation. The book, praised for its candid tone, captured the highs and lows of a career that had seen unparalleled longevity. Rooney's creative energy never waned, even as he battled financial and personal difficulties. He wrote a novel, The Search for Sunny Skies, and continued to perform on stage and in films, starring in productions like the Disney Channel movie Phantom of the Megaplex, and making memorable appearances in Night at the Museum and its sequels. Even at the age of 93, wheelchair-bound and frail, he reprised his role as Gus in Night at the Museum, Secret of the Tomb, delighting cast and crew with his energy and enthusiasm. Rooney and his wife Jan embarked on a nationwide musical revue titled Let's Put on a Show from 2005 to 2011, showcasing his enduring talent and love for the stage. Yet behind the curtain, his personal life was marred by betrayal and abuse. In his final years, allegations surfaced that Rooney had been financially exploited and emotionally mistreated by close family members. A 2015 article in The Hollywood Reporter described his last years as deeply painful, stating that one of the biggest stars of all time was in the end brought down by those closest to him. Rooney's struggles with mental health also shadowed his later years. Diagnosed with bipolar disorder, he endured multiple hospitalizations following suicide attempts, often reported as nervous breakdowns. Despite these challenges, he remained a symbol of resilience, continuing to perform and inspire until the very end. Rooney's death marked the end of an era, but his legacy endures. His contributions to Hollywood and his unwavering passion for entertainment left an indelible mark on audiences worldwide. His passing, though marked by tragedy and betrayal, was a reminder of his profound influence and the complexities of a life lived in the spotlight. Mickey Rooney's life was a tale of resilience, filled with both glittering successes and overwhelming struggles. From his legendary Hollywood career to his complicated personal relationships, he left behind a legacy that continues to fascinate. If you enjoyed uncovering this incredible story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the lives of iconic figures. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time with another unforgettable narrative.